Hello, hello, I'm Bella, and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. Alright, so again, I'm just gonna start the Bahamut quest, and we'll just give it some time, see if a friend can stop by. If not, I'll just continue on with the main quest, as always, and then hopefully, if we can do the Bahamut raids, hopefully we can do some side dungeons like last time as well. Alright, before we go, we did get some new stuff here. Let me see if there's anything that I can upgrade. Okay, can't use that one. So I don't know, for the next wing, we'll probably need some higher gear. Alright, can't use that one. Might as well just discard these. I can't use them. Oh, no, wait, no. I can't do that. Discard. Alright. Let's see here. Okay, so there's the high elegant earrings of casting. Ultimate choker. No, I think that brings me down. It's a brand new ring. Let me see. Sword. That's what I had before. Let me just try it on. Ooh, I like that one. Let's see. Equip takes me down. That is super cool. Let me see. Was there gloves to go along with it? High elegant. That's just taking me down, but I do want to see what it looks like. Alright, doesn't look like I have a high elegant. Maybe this one? No, that's what I had before. That would look cool. But it takes me down. Alright, so we'll just equip set. I might have to get more of this set here. I would have to change out the earrings. Think I have something better? Yeah, I think this one, as much as I love the appearance, this does take me higher. Maybe? No, that takes me down. So equip that one. We'll have to play around and see. Okay, let me reassign here. Alright. Oh, there's Taya. Hi. Hello. What you eating? Alright, invite to party. There we go. You enjoy your yum yums. Let's unlock next wing. The final wing. Anjay! Fragments of Truth. Urianger would speak with you regarding your mission to prevent Bahamut's return. Man is wont to cast light wheresoever secrets lie hid in darkness, though that which he illuminateth seldom bringeth him joy. So it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Alize, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Bella, remain here by her side as her valiant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. Of course. Bella, it is well that you are here. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Urianger, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Cartano Flats, even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the location of the fragments of Bahamut leading to the hulks, I have been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the dread primal had bound the shade of Nail Van Darnus unto his will? And though thou didst consign the fallen legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayest recall that the pietous wretch was not alone. Doubt not but that Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can say his name, Urianger. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you, as much as oft remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. You need not worry, Urianger. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Bahamut. My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Bella's company? Full oft hath the warrior of light set events in motion by virtue of her presence alone. 'Tis possible that she may do so again. I, the while, shall search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, full sure am I that the path shall be revealed to us ere long. Were anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice, yet I cannot deny that what you say about Bella is true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now we seek entry to 2 fragments of Bahamut. One lies at the Burning Wall in eastern Thanalan, and the other at the Singing Shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for a means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could since have found something useful to us. Let us begin by visiting my man at the Burning Wall. Dex, I think it was. Alright, off to the Burning Wall. Looks so pretty when it glows. Such a beautiful scene. So where are we going here? Over here. Oh, it's one of these guys. We saw her, these guys with her at the very beginning. I say, are you not Mistress Stardust, my lady's most faithful companion? Sinis, madam, at your service, and may I say what an honor it is to meet you. How goes the survey, Dex? My lady, it shames me to say that I have found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there, before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of aether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it. We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at the thing. Let us away to Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinis has fared better. Is she confusing them? Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I'm sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the Singing Shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you... Give me strength. We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Bella. The Singing Shards are home to a host of fell creatures, ogres among them. If it would not be too much trouble, I should be most grateful if you would find my brother and keep my lady safe. Will do. Right, off to Mordona. We're going over by the shell here. Well, you would think that this would be the entrance. And now there's a fate going on. Can we get by? Can we get by the fates? You okay? Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there, I feared that my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread. I'm relieved to see that you are unharmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If it please you, I shall report on my findings. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time, and there really is no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of egress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Confound it. We are losing precious time. What are we to do now? 'Tis I, Urianger. Glad tidings have I for thee, my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which thou mayest enter the remaining fragments of Dalamud. Pray escort Mistress Alize to the cerulean processing plant in northern Thanlan. There all shall be made clear. Urianger has found a way? Then we must go to him at once. You needn't linger on my account. Should Master Urianger's method prove viable, rest assured, I shall put many moms between myself and this place. Good. Save yourself. Alright, so, actually, let me go back to more Jonah here. Might be good just to buy one more, piece of jewelry. I wonder if I'll have enough tomes to get the archer outfit. Because when I get to Heavensford, I'll be switching back to that class. You. There we go. Got 840. Let's do accessories for Red Mage. Okay. Alright, do I have... Alright, this is a ring. Bracelet. Let's do this one. Get that. Okay, I'll try that. See if that does anything. There we go. We'll keep that. I don't know how much higher I would need to get, but at least it gets me there. So, reassign gear. Hopefully I don't need 115. We'll see. Okay, so off to the processing cerulean plant. Oh my god, what's that? Is that a mouse with a sparkly tail? Oh my god. It's kinda cute. Kinda. Wait, that mount is something that you fight? Then I won't think it's so cute. Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin. I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanalan. Nor are you mistaken, my lady. Yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding coil, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not? Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored? It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that two internment hulks may share the self-same ethereal egress. From this, we did infer that others may be connected to in like wise. Thus to be labored long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the selfsame stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. That one might reach what we may call the headwater. We propose to employ a modified aetherite, which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady, as with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt a voyage could cost you your life. That is a risk I am willing to take. You are brilliant, Ariage. I am curious, did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in your absence? Nay, my lady, as you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor. Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. Little aetherite. I do. I'm stuck. I want to jump and see. You're doing good, boys. You're doing good. Verily, 'twas not my wish to withhold knowledge of the aid I received. I pray that Mistress Alize will forgive me when she learneth of its source. It's Alfie. So that must be the modified aetherite. But what are the immortal flames doing here? Those men may be sworn flames of Volda, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Livier. I knew he was going to show up. Alphino, so it was you who was helping Oriage. Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Oriage. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. We will speak later. Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alphino be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down. Do you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the aether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten. God forbid I should ever forget, Alize, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. True words, Alfie. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Levieux, I would be present for his final moments. Very well. you may join us. On one condition, I make the decisions. If it please, milady, the name's Erkenrod. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. Alize is feisty, isn't she? I've been waiting for you, Mistress Stardust. I'm pleased to say that the Aether is primed and ready. As you know, the remaining interment hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Thanalan and Mordona. It's to the former that we'll be sending you first. Now, you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. The drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, for Milady's sake if not your own. And that's about all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I might even throw in a prayer for your speedy return, just to be on the safe side. The final coil. Alright, again to unregistered party. Good, confirm. Alright, and then raids, final coil. Alright, so 110, I just want to see. This is 123. Okay, I'll have to get some more gear here. It's 120 and 115. Alright, before we do that, let me just go back to Mordona then. Best to just be at top gear level. Alright, Mordona. This way. Need I don't know. Will I have enough tomes? That's the question. Need accessories. And Red Mage. Okay. It's casting. I got the bracelets. It's healing. Get this one. Get the ring. I can get one more. I don't have this one, so I'll get the choker. Okay. Hopefully that's good enough. Ring of Death, Ethereal. Let's see here. Swords. Okay. Yeah, we should be good. Equip that. Huh? What? Oh, it's the same. Oh no, wait, that was the defending one. Oh no, I'm like one short. Is there a better ring? Is there a better one here? Okay, there we go. That will do. That will do. Reassign gear. Okay. There we go. Just enough. Just enough. Alright. You ready, Taya? Where are you? ready? Okay. We're doing this one. Alright. First turn. Alisaie is resolved to go through with her quest to vanquish Bahamut, though it means confronting her beloved grandfather, whom the Elder Primal has made his thrall. With Alphino's cooperation, an ethereal pathway has been established, which will take your party to one of the 2 internment hulks that remain to be disabled. Your foray begins in northern Thanlan at the set of Dalamud's talons situated in Raban's Push. Spare no preparation and expect fierce resistance. Yeah. Wow! Look at all the spiky things. What are those spiky things? Pods? So this is how it looks on the inside. Its internment hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We are come to the right place. There's no telling how much further Bahamut has regenerated since we last beheld him. Let us make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil. There were receptacles similar to these in the previous hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the elegants know what other abominations may be sleeping within. They may well be part of Dalamud's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times. Does she have like a love-hate relationship with her brother? Wow, wow, look at everything. Look at everything. All the colors. That's behind. Ooh, look at those rings. Amazing, amazing. It's so big. So big. Let's go. Is that only Alfie and Anger Alisaie with a look? You gotta love their dynamics though. Wow, wow, look at this, look at this. Look at this. It's amazing. Wow. I'm just like blown at this technology. Like, look, I'm like beyond words. I just want to take everything in. Alright, so we can only go one way. Yow. Oh, what are these? Ah, they like broke apart. I see, I see. I know, I'm gonna die. Oh, I died. Ah, wait. Thank you. No problem. Alright, we're good. We're good. I didn't move on right away. It's alright, no problem. I'm just grateful you're here. Ow. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Oh, I can't jump up. Ah. It's just super cool technology. These flying head things are creepy. Oh, I think I remembered the name of these creatures. They're based off of Hindu creatures, like the Nagas, I think. Snake people. Ew. Oh my god. Oh my god. What are... all these pods. They're dragons? Oh no! What are they doing with the dragons? Or are they like clones of Bahamut? He's making little clones of himself? Wow. 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 Just in awe of everything. So Final Fantasy looking. Imdugad. Yay. Yes. Take that one. Spending. Sure. And casting. Closer look at these pods. Poor dragons. Poor dragons. Oh my god. Wow. Interesting. By the 12 dragons, and so many. We were aware that the Elegants possessed the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. 'Tis plain that no love was lost between the Elegants and the dragons, but was it truly necessary to keep so great a number here? Bahamut did not want for defenses. This we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Elegants created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling intruders than those poor creatures. Tell me something, Alice. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists? No, I have not. At first, I assumed that Bahamut had no people of his own, that the Elegants had perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. However, Nail's words gave me cause to reconsider, specifically the Shade's mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that, I infer that the primal is given form by the will of worshippers whom we have yet to... Oh. God, strike me down for a blind fool. Bahamut's beloved children, right there before my very eyes. How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else but they could sustain him? And to think I wondered why that arrogance kept them imprisoned here. Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Allegan Empire kept an army of dragons here in a perpetual state of duress, that they might sustain the primal's existence. Truly, the Allegans' ingenuity knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty. Heartless beings. Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged. Let no one deny that it was man who sowed the seeds of the calamity. Will you now turn your hatred towards our own kind, dear sister? Do not patronize me, Alphino. I merely acknowledge our guilt. Lest you be in any doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay the world to waste, regardless of the atrocities that the Allegans committed against his kind. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. It seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us press on. I love their banter already. My children, get along. Okay, so second round. At the depth of 6,835 yalms, you and your companions are greeted by a breathtaking sight, a colossal replica of Bahamut, believed to be the device which regulates Bahamut's regeneration. The structure swarms with legions of the Lesser Moon's internal defenses, but through it you must go if you are to reach the main bridge. Generation grid. It's the moon. Is this the literal Death Star? I can't even see the top. It's so big. Is there anything else out here? Just a misty haze of nothingness? Two paths? Let me take a look at the map here. Bigger look. Oh, okay. Alright, so it looks like you could go either way. You just go ahead forward. How do you get here? We need to go to the control, right? I guess we'll see. We will explore. You have to go both ways eventually. Okay. There's no need to rush. Woo! We're up so high. Still one left. Are we on one of the, go any higher. These are like the swords that pierce into it, correct? Must be. Or they look like swords or something. Okay, so that takes you back down, I'm supposing. Wow. Ooh! Look at that! Look at that! Center platform there. It's on the side. Wow! inside a computer. Alright, where it is, let's go. Wow! Seriously, this is like... What? What? Both have to be on here? Ah. Break down the force field. Okay, so you can go over there, or over there. Let's go over here. Wow. What am I hitting? There's a force field over there. That takes you back. You go this way? Ooh! Okay. Wow. We're on the center rings. Alright, I guess you have to go to the other side. Go through? Wait, no. Oh, oh. I did the same thing. I walked into the force field. Well, no, not to do that. So I see, we have to go back to that one side. Okay. So now... this way? I see. So you have to like voluntarily die to come back this way? There's no other way? Oh, I see. So you would split purposefully for that reason. I got it. Hydra. so freaking big. Why, this looks like a model of Bahamut, yes. For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed at this unchanging view. Trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him, unable to move, denied the release of death, how his hatred for man must have burned. And that hatred found an ideal vessel in Nail Van Darnus. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed, but knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced than ever of the necessity of our endeavor. Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance. It's not good to steep in anger. Oh my god, look at the little red panda there! It's adorable. Turn 3. At 8,872 yalms below the surface, your party arrives within Bahamut's cavernous regeneration chamber. As Alize moves to disable the internment hulk, she finds her way barred by her grandsire, the Archon Louisoix. The man once gave his life that the realm might be spared. If you would honor his legacy, you must now strike him down.
Gods, he is almost whole again.
Oh, we got some voice acting. Main bridge.
His size is staggering. I can scarce imagine how Grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on. Grandfather? No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such. You are but his twisted shape, the thrall of a mad primer.
You were foolish to disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
'Tis the rightness of our path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear. What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice. 'Twas in the twilight of the Third Astral Era. The southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Alagon Empire. With no atrocity, too depraved for their purpose, the forces of Alec were unstoppable in their advance. Desperate for salvation, The dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Meracidians' newborn god. Yet this great miracle would only serve to further the maniacal designs of the dragon's imperial conquerors. The cruel fetters which bind my lord stand testament to the Allagan's boundless greed and hubris. I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Meracidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted? 'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition and the truth of his own tyranny.
There's always two sides to a story.
As long as man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace. Only when the plague of people has been expunged shall the children of Lord Bahamut be free. Then shall the world know true justice.
Stop it! Grandfather would never say such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength, that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race. Stand together.
This is some deep stuff.
They would first need to agree on which direction to face.
True.
If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet. Even you, twins whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the Allagan? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Alize and me, but such a one-sided tirade bemoaning the evils of man rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Louisoix. Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall? Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
Ah, so the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, and what I have become. These are the keys that unlock the truth behind Eorzea's rebirth. If you would have them, then you must needs take them by force. Come! Rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
Has he become a phoenix?
Become a primal?
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or impostor. It is our beloved grandsire.
So how does one transcend to become a primal?
Please, for his sake and
So he's a
for
god.
ours, you must defeat our grandfather.
This music. I know what happened. Taya. On our way back? Okay. I'll just do some dancing. Just enjoy the music. That's one thing I like about Final Fantasy XIV, like the story here. They do take real life inspiration, it seems like, when it talks about the darkness of man and Louisoix kind of losing hope over mankind, over the darkness because of the Allagans. But you gotta have hope. Hope in mankind. Enough people will awaken and transcend to acknowledge the individuality, but understand we're all one and the same. And it's just finding that common purpose to move forward. And that is what I mentioned this in my psychic readings on TikTok, that I preach what Jesus has preached, and that is love, compassion, forgiveness, and your connection to God. And that's how people can move forward. It's like you can disagree about certain things, but have respect. You can love from afar. You don't have to tolerate certain behaviors if you don't like them. Have your boundaries, of course. Yay! See her back! Yay! You ready? No need to be sorry. Like I said, I'm just grateful you're here. Help get through the story. Louisoix. Bahamut, how dare you? How dare you?
grandfather is truly gone this time. But better it end this way than the alternative.
I am yet here, Alice, my dear, sweet granddaughter.
Is he free?
Grandfather?
I must thank you, warrior of light. Without your valor, I might never have broken free of Bahamut's control.
Just realizing his voice was the intro
These
voice
last
to this
few
game.
moments are mine, to live as the man I once was.
This is all that I wanted. Yet, now that it is happening, I find myself struggling to believe it. Is it really you?
Grandfather, pray forgive me my insolence. It was not my intent to demean you.
Forgive you? I am proud of you, child. You were wise enough to deduce the manner of creature I had become. Alfino, Alize, if any here should beg forgiveness, it is I.
Don't mind my cat
Grandfather,
sneezing.
I must ask, will you not tell us what befell during the calamity?
Yes, yes, of course. You have come far to hear the truth. Let us then begin the tale at the Battle of Cartano, where clashed the forces of the Garlean Empire and the Eorzean Alliance. 'Twas there in the sky above the surging armies that the elder primal Bahamut broke free of the Red Moon Dalamut. In an effort to contain this avatar of destruction, I called upon the 12 to aid me in the creation of a prison of ether. But Bahamut would not be caged by such feeble bars. Too vast was his might, too fierce his rage. Little choice remained to me. I used the last of my strength to entrust our hope unto the future, and prepared to meet my end.
Actually get a cinematic. Nice. pierced him through. He himself broke into ether. Aww. Brava! Brava! They seriously know how to work with visuals. Wow. Look at the color contrast. It's like peace falling over the inflamed land.
As you have no doubt surmised, I did not perish. When the cage built from the essences of the 12 was destroyed, the sky was filled with a colossal cloud of ether. This drifting energy responded to the prayers of those fighting below, and to my own desperate wish that the dying realm be saved by infusing me with the power of a primal. I became the immortal phoenix, ancient symbol of rebirth.
Oh yeah, answers just gives you chills.
Rising into the sky, I struck Bahamut with all my newfound strength. The blow shattered his earthly form, and a shower of ether rained down upon the land. Thus began the rejuvenation of Eorzea. Believing the deed done, I relinquished my hold on that staggering energy, desirous that it should be returned to the realm without delay. But I had not reckoned on Bahamut's tenacious will. Even as he teetered upon the cusp of oblivion, the dragon reached out to claim me. Alas, within my fast fading form, enough remained of the Phoenix's energy to offer Bahamut a hold, and he dragged me along in his wake.
And thus began your existence as the Elder Primal's thrall.
I cannot help but wonder at his will to survive. Though he was all but obliterated, Bahamut found a way to seize the power you surrendered. That would explain why part of his physical form survived to be entombed underground.
It would also explain why Eorzea was so terribly warped. Even as the land sought to restore itself, the returning flow of ether was cut off.
Very good. When his grip on existence was once again secured, Bahamut did not cease his feast until he had consumed every last mote of ether that yet floated in the air.
And still he was not fully restored.
You must remember that by this time, much of the freed ether had already returned to the land. That which remained was not sufficient to reconstruct so massive a form in its entirety. But there did not need to be, not for a being sustained by the marvels of Allagan technology. As long as some piece of Bahamut persists, the Coils will seek it out and continue their regenerative task. The fragments of Bahamut appear motionless from the surface, but deep beneath the ground, they had been searching, tunneling through rock and soil towards their escaped prisoner. And, as you have observed for yourselves, they found his heart. Warrior of Light, heed me. You must put a stop to Bahamut's regeneration. Whether it be for man or for dragonkind, the question of justice is irrelevant. the Elder Primal will leave naught but a smoldering wasteland for both his children and ours. I beg you to defend Eorzea and guide its people to the future they yet struggle to find.
Leave it to me.
This portal will take you to the final internment hulk. 'Tis time for the tale of Bahamut and his part in the calamity to come to an end. Alvino, Alize, pray, come closer.
Give him one final hug. Please.
Your hopes and dreams must no longer be an extension of mine. You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm, your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
Of course, Grandfather. I have already made it my mission to see this newborn Eorzea survive and flourish.
Alize, while I was yet enthralled to Bahamut, you spoke of my faith in man's strength. Know that your words reached me, imprisoned though my soul still was. So forceful was your conviction, I wonder if that belief has not become your own. Perhaps, after all your anger and sorrow was spent, you found something greater within you. See this fight to its culmination. 'Tis also your strength in which I have faith.
Thank you for everything. Pray, take your rest, Grandfather. You deserve it.
There are records of an art that allowed one to summon the power of a primal from the essence of its demise. And though I am no true primal, all that I have left, I give to you. Alvino, Alize, my darling grandchildren. May light's blessings ever keep and protect you.
I'm tearing up. Seriously, don't just pat them on the shoulder, give them a hug.
Come, Warrior of Light. Our task remains undone.
Yeah. He still is. We gotta defeat it. Alright, a final coil. Oh, it's an entry point. Guess we could do it this way. The final coil. Restored to his senses in defeat, Louis Spa uses his final moments to send your party to the main bridge of the final internment hulk, there to banish Bahamut once and for all. Yet though the end of your arduous journey is in sight, doubt not but that the cornered primal will lash out with his unbridled rage. If you are to overcome this terrible foe, you and yours must be of one purpose. Join now your hearts and minds and sally forth to bring the 7th Umbral era to its true conclusion for the future of Eorzea. For the future! So we finally get to fight the big guy. The burning heart? Question mark.
"'Twas a long and arduous road, but at last we reach its end. Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether."
He's not happy.
He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
Alize! Alize!
Why am I not rushing to them? Why am I not rushing to my children?
I will not survive another blast. No. Is this how I honor my promise to grandfather?
You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm. Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
I will, grandfather. In fact, I believe I already have. That reason has been with me all along, guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness. I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable. Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
Waited to hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last. Let me join my strength to yours.
2 is better than 1.
In this place, in this moment, our purpose has become one.
They've conjoined to become a mega book.
For the future of Eorzea!
Why did I love that so much? The
This last
posing.
task is yours, Warrior of Light. You must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
It's giving me such Power Ranger vibes for some reason. Our phantom friends are with us too. I love it. I love it. So this music is going to be playing while we beat Bahamut. Now this is the shame why we don't have a full party. Just don't do anything quite yet. Just listen to the music. Is it just going to be this part that plays on repeat? Or does the whole song play? Just this part? Okay. Let's go. Depends on the part of the battle. Bahamut is defeated for good. Hopefully. I know, died at the good part. Look at this. It's like a hologram in his heart. For that one, so I'll pass on that one. Sure, I'll take that. Take that, and that's just for crafting, so don't deal with that one. All right.
But one task remains. With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught left to bind Bahamut to this world. His beloved children will finally know peace.
There he goes.
"'Tis done. He is truly gone." You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I was not certain, but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put two and two together.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation? Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession, I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Smart, smart.
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction. May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth? Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good. We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity. But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened. Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather and Bahamut.
Fear not, Alphino. I understand what must be done. The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved. That the Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough.
You've grown so much, Alize.
Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Oriange must be beside himself with worry.
Yeah, probably a good thing that dragons aren't physical in our world anyway. They do exist though in spirit. Being a psychic medium that I am, I have come across them. They're very wise creatures. Love them. And what's interesting is that I came across a Eastern dragon, and they're shapeshifters. Like, it was like the big serpentine dragon, and they can like become different sizes. Like, I saw it was like really big, but then it kind of like shrunk to fit inside the room that I was in during a meditation. It's like super awesome. Very wise creatures. And I'm partial to dragons myself because I was born in the year of a dragon. Alfie! In spite of your presence, I must confess that there were moments when I feared the worst. But in the end, you plucked us from the flames and bore us safe unto victory, just as you always have. As for Alize, I have never been more proud to call her my sister. I'm proud of you, Alize. Alize's path. Alize would bring the tale to the 7th Umbral Calamity to a close. And here we are again, after that descent into darkness. The desolation of Northern Thanland seems paradisical. As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark over long, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend that the fragments of Bahamut are sealed off, that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first, we must go and report to Oriange. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down at the cerulean processing plant. Let us go to the cerulean processing plant and report to Oriange. It would not do to keep him in suspense. Okay. Ah, the warrior of light returneth, undimmed from the depths of darkness. By thy triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend, full glad am I of thy safe return. But where, pray, are Master Elfino and Mistress Alize? They're here, a little scuffed up. Here, my friend, forgive us our lateness. We took the scenic route. Bahamut is no more. The realm is safe. By the heavens, look at you! What horrors your young eyes must have seen, what suffering your young bodies must have borne. Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed for at once. I shall make for you a poultice which draweth out. Be at ease, my friend. We are hale and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have grandfather to thank for that. Master Louisoix, then you met with him once more. But wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering? I promise to reveal all to you in due course, dear friend. But first, there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all of the fragments of Bahamut. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past, and invite their cooperation in ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith. A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. Oriange and I will more than suffice. Might you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you have earned it. But I am fine, brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way. No, naught could be further from the truth, Alize. Gotta love their bickering. My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother hath your best interests at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desireth but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone. I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you never fail to remind me of my fondness of diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to it. You're a pucker. Then it is settled. Odiange, pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Alphino! Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not? But of course, dear sister, that which we have just achieved together stands as testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our heart shall ever lead us to the same end. Of that I am certain. Thank you. There's a place that I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. I won't take a moment. The landscape is the same. Of course, there is no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear, I am well aware that they shall remain long after you and I are gone. The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. Let us take a closer look, shall we? I have no doubt that Alphino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity. And such truths as were revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agreed that it must be so. But the thought that the people of Eorzea shall forever remain ignorant of their savior, of your deeds, the injustice of it is almost too much for me to bear. I don't need the recognition. How typical of you, Bella. Ever the heroine. Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. But I want you to know that I will never forget. You are the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm home. Yes, this spot will do. For grandfather, Nail, and the dragons of Mericidia, for all those who were taken by the calamity. At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over. The realm given new life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure has settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea. And when I do, I will fight with all my being. You have done so much for me, Bella. One day, I hope to be able to repay you in kind. I have no doubt but that you will continue to help those in need, and grow ever stronger in so doing. I shall endeavor to do the same, and if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphino. Good luck. When next we meet, I promise that I will not disappoint you. Till that day, fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Till we meet again, Alize. One expansion away. Alright, so we got Bahamut done. It's complete. He's finally defeated, and so I was actually surprised that their grandfather transcended to be a god and became the Phoenix. So that was awesome lore there. Alright, so next time we will take a bite here and probably continue with the main story. Alright, give a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!